Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all the honors, praises, and all the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh, by Sham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Mahavakak, Badash. Honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, I mean a very few, brothers and sisters listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, because we are living in the last days of the last days. I'm just out in the wilderness for a long amount of time. Why? So important. Mental health, all of that. This lesson are for the brothers and for the hopeful elect and those that understand what it's like to be put on some type of, I want to say this as well, government sponsored program. Okay, we're going to bring it out. And the first thing I would like to say is, I'm not anti-government. No. I'm not a dissident. First thing, I'm not a dissident. I'm not a terrorist, right? I would class myself as a law-abiding citizen that tries to live an upright life to the best of my ability, okay? But the people that are watching me, they're the criminals. They're the criminals. So that would mean your government are funding criminals to target empowered individuals. And the reason I say empowered, because you must be powerful. Because if you wasn't powerful, that much funding would not go on you. Okay? And we're going to get into this. I'm not anti-government at all. You need government. Because where there's government, there's order. I'm not anti-government. Right? And I forgot where the scripture is, but it does say to you, you pray for the king that's over you. Because guess who ordains the king? The one you call God. So the people that are in rulership now, they're ordained by God. Whether they're wicked or whether they're not. Right? It says you pray. I forgot whether it is you pray for. I want to get it later on. You pray for the king. And if you see the king's doing something wrong, you pray for that king. Because he's over you. No way am I anti-government. And that's not once come out of my mouth. Now I do address things what the government does. So we're going to go into this, quickly bring this out. It says 1 Peter 2:13. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake. It says for the Lord's sake, for Yahweh's sake, whether it to be to the king as supreme. So one may say, well, he ain't my king. No. If you're living in a particular place and there's a king in that place, you have to obey his commands, just like you would in the scriptures. You obey them commands. But yeah, we do have a king and his name is Yahweh Shai. But Yahweh Shai taught us how to conduct ourselves. Because when you go to Matthews, we can even get to that. Right? And it says, or unto governors. So there's who are your governors today? Your governors would be classed as your local mayors. Your governors are your mayors of your local towns or your councils, right? As unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers. So Peter's saying, yeah, they could also be sent for punishment of evildoers. And for the praise of them that do well. You're doing well. Really? You should have the praise. It's not a certainty. But if you're doing well, that's going to shine. I always say it shines through. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Nothing. I'm still baffled, a little bit baffled. How would the government... this is government sponsored. Facts. Yeah, it's ran by military complex and so forth, but it's sponsored by your government. So every one of your mayors, whether it's Labour, Conservative, they all know. If you're on this program, if you're being targeted, they know because they're the ones that are also running it. What does government mean? Government means govern. Meant means the mind, to govern the mind. This is why you see so much people being controlled. And there's grants. These people are given grants. So they see you, I know this is bad, right? They see you as a means of money. So they're not going to really kill you straight away, because if they killed you straight away, then they wouldn't be able to make any money. right? This is why you have people, you may be living somewhere, coming in and out. They need you to be there because they only get paid if you're there. If you're not there, they're not getting paid, right? This is it's your government that are doing this to you. For some reason, I don't know. They see you as I don't know. They see you as a threat or something. I'm not no dissident. You already know I'm not a dissident. If I'm under surveillance, if you've been watching me for a number of years, then you would know, well, he's not a dissident. Now, you may be influential, you may be powerful. It could be that, right? And you're not a criminal, because if you were a criminal, that's where you have the judicial system for, right? If someone's a criminal. So please don't let them fool you. There's a lot of psychology behind this as well, right? But I'm not anti-government. We're going to go to Matthews. Hold on, see if we can find it. You have to bring this out. Who controls the police? Your police, they're not controlled by someone that's on a low level, right? A low level person couldn't control the police. Who can control the police? Huh? It would have to be someone of a higher position, right? Someone in a form of power. Now, Sadiq Khan, I don't want to, I'll call his name out. Sadiq Khan, he controls the police force, right? I don't know if he still does. He does, right? Well, therefore, if there's police forces following you, well, you might need to write a letter to Sadiq Khan and say, hold on, Sadiq, why are police following me about? Because you control them, right? Policies and all that. Well, the elites control the policies and all that, and Brussels and all that. But what are they going to say? I don't know. So it's your government. We're going to get into this, Baba Krishna. No way am I anti-government, no. But I do have a king, and his name is Yahweh Shai, who people ignorantly call Jesus. The people that rule, they rule with an iron hand. It's different. I always say Britain now is more socialist now. A lot of them believe in a communist manifesto with Karl Marx. They believe in that. A lot of these leaders, a lot of these government people in power, they're very racist. I've been watching some of the program, very racist. Something about, we needed slavery and this and that. They were lazy. Bro, that's all rubbish. Our people were not lazy. The reason why we went into slavery was Deuteronomy 28 and 15. It tells you why. Because we broke the commandments. So therefore, we were given to the hand of our oppressors. We were very, very wise, man. Very wise. Right? Not because we were lazy or we didn't have any education. That's rubbish. Right? Because most of these inventions also come from our people. Oh yeah, the Industrial Revolution, that was created by our people. The light bulb, the filament in the light bulb, our people. Traffic lights, our people. Refrigerator, our people. So don't get it twisted. This false narrative of blacks are uncivilized, so-called blacks are uncivilized. False narratives. The people in power are highly racist. And what happened to another thing? Like I said, I'm not against the government. What happened to the Conservatives? So all of a sudden, Labour got in, and now you no longer hear nothing from. Where did they go? Where did they go? So does this mean the Conservatives no longer have no influence? The Conservatives have connections. They are the rich. They are the rich. So what? They just faded away. Oh, they got a big paycheck. Oh, that's by design. They never faded away. They're just in the background, still calling the shots. That's what I believe. Are you telling me you didn't have Conservatives? Look at this nigger. Just put him on the program. Someone saw me and said, listen, put him on the program. I keep having revelations of that. Get him on the program now. Someone saw that, bro. I still see it as a compliment. I must be powerful. I must be. Bro, whole entire cities. I stepped into Croydon today. It was the whole of Croydon. The entire whole of Croydon. Who runs Croydon? You have two mayors, right? You have two mayors in Croydon, right? One hardly ever shows his face. I forgot his name now. This one hardly ever shows his face. Hardly ever. I don't even want to get into that. How much money was supposed to go into Croydon? Over 100 million. Where's all that money gone? All the stores are closed. But I'm not getting into that. Leave that to the politicians. I'm not a politician. Leave that to them. But my whole thing is the program you're targeting is the people in power. They know about it. Why are they turning a blind eye? They know about this. Right? And that's why I say you got to keep a clear head, a level head. The whole thing is to psychological. It is psychological to psychologically destroy you, and so there's no evidence there. And say, well, what happened? What happened to him? Did he have a nervous breakdown? What happened? No, but nobody laid hands on him or her. What happened to them? But all this time, they were being targeted. Certain individuals were being targeted by people for years on end. And some couldn't handle it because they didn't have the Lord. This is why I'm bringing this to your attention. All right? How they get people involved is, whew, and how people willingly do it. Because what I'm seeing, people are willingly doing this with a smile on their face. I still believe there's an element of fear because a lot of the people, they're fearful. They're very fearful. They're very scared. But let's get into this, Baba Kishore. What did Yahushua say to the Pharisees when they said, should we pay tax to Caesar? All right? What did Yahushua say? He said, yeah, you render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Give to him what belongs to him, and render unto the Lord what belongs to the Lord. So Yahushua the Messiah, he wasn't, at the time of the Romans, which the Romans back then were the same political party as you have today. They were a political party. You had the Senate and so forth. So Yahushua wasn't saying, yeah, rise up against the Romans. He wasn't saying it. He actually did say, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, render unto the Lord what belongs to the Lord. And why were they asking him that? Why did they say that? Because if he would have said, yeah, then what would have happened? What would have happened? Then they would have been rioting and they would have blamed it on Yahushua. That's what they would have done. Right? Blamed it on him. Right? So Yahushua was very smart in his answers as well. Remember, they were always trying to trip him up. A lot of these people, they have the spirit of the Pharisees, man. And this is 24-hour investigation. This is 24-hour surveillance. This is serious. This ain't no joke, bro. I take this thing seriously, man. And I protect, Yahushua protects me, and I protect myself at all costs. Do not get violent. They want you to get violent. The whole thing is, I believe the government does this because they want to criminalize and marginalize, right, certain people, right? So now, say if you get violent, what can they do? They could put you on the news like that. What's that? Southport killer, right? That Southport killer, which when I saw that, I already knew. I instantly, okay, I bet he was being harassed. I didn't even need to fit. I bet you he's being harassed. I bet you he was being followed. I bet you he was being antagonized. Because that's what these people do, right? Antagonize people because they want them to snap, right? And bust them up. Really? Do I have the right to go upside their head and punch them up? Because listen, even though we preach the scriptures, it doesn't mean, brothers are no choir boys here. But yeah, listen, if you have to protect yourself, you protect yourself. Really, these people would think twice. If you were starting to get violent, these people would think twice. They would think twice. Because certain people, they only respect violence. I'm telling you. But I believe they do this with me. They do it out of fear. Why? Because I'm in the scriptures. I'm not doing things erratically. I'm in the scriptures all day. All day. So what they need to do now is psychology. You go into a store, they have people in that store. Wherever you go, they're going to have people situated there. They're going to do street theater. All of that. And I'm going to record as well. When I leave here, I'm recording just to show you, because I was given some advice about, record it every street theater and keep doing it. So every time you record, it's like, it's the same thing. So how could you say, well, that's not happening? Right? And then you got this lady walking past looking silly. These people, bro, they're silly, man. It's government funded, man. Government, right? So you give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, right? You go about your day, right? Acting civilized. If other people want to provoke you, well, I would say let them do that, but they're not going to get too far, right? They're not going to get too far. This is happening to some of us because you're powerful, man, and you're irritating their demons, right? All of this is through the government. Facts. See what else we can find. Facts. It's called psychological warfare. Your government they've done this to thousands of people. Thousands of people. That's why when you watch the news, what do you see? Oh, this person was running around with a machete. He was screaming and shouting. And it even happens in America. Oh, this person, he drove a car into a building. Or this person shot up a school. He lost his mind. So what? People just wake up. Right? More idiots, spirit. Check it. More idiots, baby. You're going to see them walk past the camera soon, baby. You're going to see them walk past the camera soon. So nobody just wakes up one day and thinks of, oh, let me just shoot up a building or, just destroy a place. That don't happen, right? It doesn't happen, right? It's because they were either taunted or they were being provoked or they had some energy weapons. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they had some energy weapons. You see these ladies walking past, baby. Yeah, you see these ladies walking past. Smile for the camera, baby. So you see it, bro. Bro, you just have to ignore it, bro. Don't feed into it. They say things to try and get into your head and all that as well. Okay? Come on, bro. You should be wise. Use the scriptures, man. No, listen, nothing can supersede the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Nothing. This is a program and it's a government program. Someone saw you as some type of threat or something, right? Because you're not a criminal, right? And so forth. And yeah, your medical records, they go for that. This is very, very complex. I can't go into all of it. All right? Your medical records, they were trying to get that, see your background. Do you have any mental illnesses? Which, no, I don't. On my medical records are fine. Absolutely fine. Because the whole goal is to make you look mad, make you look unstable, right? That's the whole goal. That's why the gaslighting, when you come out, everybody else needs to come out. They need to make you look like the problem. You understand this? It's demonic. That's all witchcraft, right? It's all witchcraft. And there's an aspect of television as well. You may be on the television, they're watching you through your screen, talking shit, trying to conjure up spirits. Oh, this is warfare. Spiritual warfare, baby. But stay sane. My advice, get out into nature, drink a lot of water. Don't give in to the provocations because they get really annoyed. They get really annoyed when they're trying to provoke you and you're not giving them nothing. Really annoyed. Obviously, you need to have a support system. I believe that's important because they will try to separate you from your family. I'm talking about government, by the way. Oh, yeah, government. They will try to support you from any structure. Because if you're alone, you're a bit more vulnerable. Because then what they do, who do you have to tell? But that's why I have this platform to tell you about this program. And it's not just me. This is all around the world. This is happening all over the place, man. All over the place, man. And this goes back to East Germany. Well, further than that, it goes back to the Bible. But also East Germany, it was known as, Zerzaksan, right? Which was another form of communist type of socialist parliamentary party. And they were known for, dismantling and discrediting. These techniques were very efficient. That's why they used it. This was used in East Germany. It was called the Zerzaksan. It was very efficient, right? Listen, by everything they've done, I was supposed to be out, broke, institution. Listen, people are surprised, man. I had some silly little bitch say yesterday, how comes he ain't cracked? How comes he ain't cracked yet? Because I got God, I got Yahweh on my side, and if he be for me, who can be against me? Right? This program has actually bettered me, if anything. It's actually made me more progressive. Right? It hasn't, I wouldn't say it broke me down now. Is there some days? Yeah, there's some days you feel down and out. Of course. Bro, that's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Right? Well, I'm not talking about 70, 80. I'm not talking about 100 people. I'm not talking about 200 people. I'm talking about thousands of people that are all coming together with the same agreement because they got demons upon them. They're under some type of mind control and they're of this world. So if they're of this world, guess what? They're going to follow what the world does, innit? They're going to follow because they're still under the illusion. They're still under that spell. All right? But we broken it. I want to go to John Babakashar. It's really unfortunate. It's sad, but the Lord, he's in control. This is what keeps me sane. The Lord's in control of everything. So he will not put on you what you're not able to bear. The reason why you were able to bear it. If you couldn't bear it, then the Lord wouldn't put you through it. Read Job. I know I've mentioned it all the time. Job 1. Job 2. Have you considered my servant Job? There is not man on the earth, a perfect and upright man. He escheweth evil, right? Even though that moveth me against him to destroy him without a cause. There was permission. I believe everything's spiritual. Yeah, it's government, it's all that, but that don't happen unless permission was given. So now we just have to endure. Sometimes do you feel like you're in survival mode? Yeah, sometimes you're going to feel like that. But when you're in survival mode, it's hard to strategize when you're in survival mode. Right? So you got to try to get out of that mode and really step forward in faith. Right? That's how they want you in survival mode. Tuck in tail, running, flight mode, which is linked to a certain response in the brain barrier. Right? When you sense danger, right? Flight mode, because they call it self-preservation, right? Yeah, you have to be switched on. There's a lot of psychological things that go. Many people have been hired, you know. Top psychologists have been hired. Yeah. Who do you think the people that you see, a lot of them are psychologists, some of them are military, some of these people are on MK Ultra, the joggers and all that, and are part of sex cults and all that. So if the government were to expose all that, they would be exposing themselves. That's why their whole thing is to just discredit him. Let's discredit this individual. Because once you see the program, you see the level of evil within it. That's why they never ever mention on the news gang stalking. Not once. Not once they wouldn't mention that topic. They mention stalking. Oh, this person. They never mentioned, not once. Because then you would need to say, well, who's behind it? You see? Right? And it's even worse. We're going to let the scriptures come out now. Keep your head on a swivel. The whole goal is to make you look mad crazy. That's the whole goal. To make you look non-credible. This is John 15 and 18. If the world hates you, you know it hated me before it hated you. It's not really you they hate. It's Yahweh Shai. You people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. It's him they hate. But they can't take it out on him. Why? Because he's in the heavens right now. Ready to come back. So they take it out on you because you're a reflection, right? The elect are a reflection of him. Right? Oh, another jogger. This guy's walked past once already with his hairy ass chest. Yeah, guy's got some meated, baby. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of those things. They can't take it out on your husband. They're gonna take it out on you. It's not personal, but they want to personalize it. If God's in you, well, a lot of these people that run governments and so forth, they don't want to hear the Bible. They don't want to hear it. They're but a satanic agenda. getting you under their arms and under you and under control. Right? Just letting you know, we're gonna shut off. And when I leave here, I'm switching on that camera, man. I want to show you the street theater. I'm not gonna do too much talking. I want to just let the camera switch. Sometimes we don't even need to talk, because I like to ride around sometimes. Just switch the camera on, and I want to show you how these people move, man. I show you how many people are involved. Okay, so let's shut off on this, Babakasha. If you were of the world would love his own, but because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Right? Because you're chosen out of this world. Chosen, hand selected. You're different. A woman told me that today, man. You're different. Right? So therefore, because you're different, another clown, right? Another clown walking past, man, on his headset, listening to what I gotta say. I didn't tell you as well, yeah, them headsets that they have. I don't know how they're able to do that. They're able to link it in with your phone, so they can hear everything you're saying, everything. Right? So it's the Lord. They hated the Lord, Yahushua. So they're gonna hate you, and you're chosen out of the world. Out. You can't fit in. You can't fit into the world. Even if you tried, you still can't fit in. Right? So keep your head on a swivel. I know sometimes it can seem somewhat scary, right? Because they're using energy weapons on your head. Lately, they've turned mine up. This week, it's been heavy. They've turned it up. It's that more you speak about truth, the more aggressive them attacks become. But just know you've been chosen out of this world, and you've been chosen to do something different, revolutionary, just like Yahweh Shai. So therefore, be prepared for this, okay? And pray to the Lord Yahweh Shai, and he will help us. If you don't need to go anywhere, don't go anywhere. If you need to go somewhere, go somewhere. And don't be focused on what people are saying, because it's just nonsense. It's something they've been fed to by their handler, and that's it. So don't take it personally. They're gonna chat rubbish. But a lot of these people, they're strangers. Do they know you? Oh yeah, they know of you. Why? Because they're creeps, they're perverts, man. They listen to what you got to say, and you got devices in your household. But don't take it personally, right? Give it to the Lord, trust in him, and he will bring that judgment to pass. I'm going to shut off here, and until the next time, shalom, shalom. And one more thing. If you were to expose this program, then you would have to expose the trafficking side, and some of these people are predators. I even had predators watching me, right? You would have to expose that, so don't worry about it. The Lord has everything covered, man. You got to believe, well, he's watching over you, right? He's guiding you. Give it to him. Give it to him. Cast your cares upon the Lord. I'm going to shut off here. And until the next time, shalom.